every couple of months, one of the movie theaters near me does Mystery Movie Monday, which they charge you maybe like 30% off the ticket, and you don't get to know what the movie is. They'll tell you what the genre is and the runtime. Now, the last time I did one of these, I thought it was Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and everyone cheered when the Paramount logo showed up, but then it was September 5. So this time, I was able to guess correctly. The movie is Drop, directed by Christopher Landon. He didn't write this one, but he's mostly known for doing horror films like Freaky, Happy Death Day, and he also he wrote Heart Eyes most recently. So he's a pretty solid, writer-director. He has a flair for the camera. I wanted to see what he would do. This one's about a single mother named Violet. She's got a son named Toby, and her sister is going to babysit while she's going on a date. This is the first time she's gone on a date in a really long time. She really likes this handsome photographer, and they've been chatting online only for about 3 months. They're taking it slow, and she's finally going to an upscale restaurant with him. Everything seems to be going fine. She's really nervous. He's a little bit late, but then she starts getting drops. There's some sort of app or something where people can sort of just send her messages, and she can accept or decline. Technology is scary. That's kind of like one of the themes of the movie. Whoever's trying to... basically, the plot is... someone sends her a drop saying, check your video cameras. She checks her nanny cams, and there's a masked intruder in her house, and threatens her son's life if she doesn't kill her date. So that's sort of the hook of the movie. And after that happens, she's basically taken hostage by the entire restaurant. All the cameras can watch her. And she basically can't, call the cops because her phone is cloned, and high-tech villains want her to kill her date. And she doesn't know why. She has to sort of keep him enraptured while trying to duck away to, check her phone. This is a really tense and great, simple movie. This is like a throwback to those movies like Nick of Time, where it's just, conspiracy. One civilian is just trying to get out of this terrible situation. It's dangerous, high stakes. Unknown cast. The only one I could really recognize is Brandon Scalar. He's and It Ends With Us, and he's in a TV show. But the main actress is really great. She's only in soap operas and maybe some other movies. But this is a breakout role for her. It's really good. She plays the single mother really well. She plays scared really well. This movie is a little bubbling sort of pot of water, and it just keeps bubbling until the big explosive climax. But it keeps it interesting by having thrills building up to the climax. Not just you're sitting there watching them eat dinner for an hour, and then action. There's lots of interesting visual touches to sort of keep the visual language fresh. For example, she'll be staring at someone thinking, is that person the person trying to blackmail me? And then the lights will go dark, and the light will zoom in on this one person laughing on their phone. Or there's a sequence where she feels like that too, and the camera zooms out of the restaurant and it darkens, and she's sort of having a moment, almost like an anxiety attack. And they roll the camera around a little bit. They play around with some floating shots in the restaurant, throw in some other characters. You're not sure who the killer is, who the person's trying to make her do this. But the plot, equally gets more riveting throughout, and it's all explained by the end. And it's just so simple. This is the type of Hollywood filmmaking they should try to get back into doing. Make them cheap, make them good. You don't have to make it too complex. You don't have to give the main actress $50 million. You can get some new up-and-coming talent and grab them, give them a big break, and it's good enough. And this movie had me on the edge of my seat, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. There's a couple of flubs here and there with the audience. Not the audience. The character will say something, and it won't make sense, but it's for the audience. But that happens only once or twice, so it's not a big deal. Good direction, good music. I like the acting. I like the unknown cast. Plot's great. Thrill-a-minute ride. I give Drop a 7 out of 10.